everybody. Laura back again. Hi, Lynette. Thank you for being here. See, this cat can change its spots. I learned. I forgot to buy a J hook when I was over at the big box store today. I forgot something else too, but I can't remember it anymore. And so I'm looking online. I'm just like, you know what? I know where to buy stuff if I forgot it right behind me. I mean, it's over the hill from me, but I have to walk all the way around. Or take the, hi, Sue, thank you for being here. Or take the little bus. But anyway, so I'm looking online and I'm like, I can spend a little bit of money on myself. Hello, Suzanne. Thank you for being here. It's been a while. It seems like it has anyway, but then my weeks feel like they're dragging on and on and on and on and on. And of course, you know, it doesn't help when you don't get to rest on the weekend because you have to walk all over the place to get what you need. Yesterday, I just needed to run down the hill to my bank. I got out to the elevator and it wouldn't come up and it wouldn't come up and it wouldn't come up and it wouldn't come up. Somebody comes up the stairs and says, elevator's downstairs, it's not working. I'm like, yeah, I kind of noticed. First of all, the person who went down the stairs told me he'd come up in the elevator or he'd send it up to me. Didn't happen. So I'm like, yeah, I kind of noticed. So I had to bring my walker back to my apartment, rearrange my possessions, and grab my cane. And I had to walk down the stairs, out the building, down the driveway, because we're up on a hill. So down the driveway, cut across, go down the hill to the bank. And by the time I came back up the hill, up the driveway, and up the stairs, I was exhausted. And I took a 3-hour nap yesterday afternoon, which threw off the entire rest of my weekend. Exactly. So today I've been sitting here thinking and talking over with myself, or my cat anyway. Not that Venus can answer my questions, but hey, she listens and lets me pet her, right? You seldom use your cane? Yeah, I seldom use my cane. And that was way too far a walk. I wasn't even sure I was going to make it. And I have to walk different when I walk with my cane than I do when I walk with my walker. Because my walker's an upright, so my arms are there. My hand, yes, I'm missing a brake handle, but I got my oil and carburetor changed in my lawnmower. Now I'm waiting for my battery-operated chainsaw to get here so I can finish my yard. Yeah, and you've got spring coming in, so I get that. And so, yeah, but I walk different. I keep my feet further apart and use the cane to keep my right side from having to do too much extra work. So the right leg is the problem, the cane goes in the left hand. If the left leg is the problem, the cane goes in the right hand. This was taught to me by my physical therapist, okay, whom I've never gone back to for, oh, there's Venus, for totally different reasons. And now I could if I wanted to again. The irony of everything. Oh, I thought she perked her ears up at my voice, but Lynette with the power tool, scary. Yeah, well, it was scary when I did it too. So anyway, I am willing to take suggestions. I've been thinking for years, I've been thinking about getting a set of lighted, the kind where you change the head on the body and it plugs in. So I don't want to do batteries. Batteries cost me more money. I would rather spend $60, $59.99, right, for the set, so that all I have to do is plug it in. But I need to get the belt replaced on the wheeled string trimmer. Grass is starting to grow. Yeah, I bet. I bet. I can see the leaves popping out on the trees across the street from the building. But you have to remember, like I said, I live on a hill. Well, the hill, there's another hill over there. The road is actually sort of, the it almost makes it like a little canyon. Wait until I use them. That is even scarier. Yeah, exactly what my point was about myself. But anyway, um, so I'm thinking about buying the lighted hooks that's got the handle base, right, that you can plug in, and it's got the rechargeable battery in it. And then you just change the little plastic heads. What do you think? Have any of you used those? If you're not watching live, and please leave a comment because I'm very curious. I don't want to just spend my money to spend my money, although I have been doing a little bit of that. It has to end, but I have been doing a little bit of that. I was trying to pick up some fun spring summer clothes. I even found a couple pairs of sandals that will hopefully stay on my feet, because that's the problem. Because the neuropathy, and the hammer toes on, well, the first, these two toes, right? The ones, anyway. You do we need to send sympathy letters for your yard? um, I have hammer toe. They're starting to be hammer toes. Okay, so it's hard to grip a thong. You know what I mean? A flip flop. It's hard to grip because those two toes don't work right anymore. And I can't feel what I'm doing, so it's really, really hard to grip on flip flops or any kind of shoe that has that piece of material between the big toe and the second toe. So, but I did find a couple pairs of not that expensive sandals and some spring summer clothes that I liked, that I thought, what the heck? I've always wanted something like this. Why shouldn't I just spend a little bit of money and get what I want, right? You refuse to wear flip-flops? Yeah. Yep, I get it. I don't know. I haven't used them. Oh, so anyway, I need just one J hook, and I can't find any of my J hooks. I found everything on either side, right? Like 3 or 4 I's, and then one, oh no, maybe it was only 3 I's and 1 or 2 K's, something like that. But I can't find any of my J hooks. And I mean, of all my sets, okay, I have my original set of just the metal hooks, which also got added to, but I have lighted crochet hooks. They work great in the dark, for dark colors. That's exactly what I was thinking, because I have some black, gray, and dark purple that excuse me, that I'm thinking of doing some stuff with. I actually have plans for the dark purple, but oh, and then I have that purple that I'm gonna make a little vest out of. We'll see how well that works. But yeah, so anyway, so I spent a little bit of money on myself. I know you don't use them, Sue. You don't have them, I mean, yes, I know you don't have them. Oops, I keep accidentally going back into this one. It doesn't make sense how that set can be $16.19. And it's rechargeable. Anyway, so anyway, that's what I was doing, was I was thinking, okay, well, I forgot to pick up a J hook at my big box store, so there's other ways, but the light pokes me in the eyes too. Yeah, I can understand that. Anyway, I'm just looking, but that's why I wanted your opinions. No. because I've been really, really curious about them for years. Of course, that was back when I first started looking at them. You couldn't plug them in. You had to replace the battery, and that's the last thing I need now that I'm living on such a limited income. The last thing I need is to have to go buy batteries all the time. Talk about not wanting to use something, setting it aside and losing it, because that would be what would happen. As soon as the batteries went dead, I would be like, well, I'm done with this now. It was hard enough to keep batteries around for my wireless mouse, and my battery was dead earlier, and I don't know why it was telling me it was dead, but uh, uh-oh, I think it just went out again. Oh, nope, it's still moving at least. So anyway, that's what I was doing. That's what I was thinking about. I have the sweater or the tank top that I was working on. I could work on it. But I think I'm right at the end, so I have to sit here and do all of this counting and everything. Yeah, the rechargeable is definitely a better choice. Exactly my thoughts. Spend a little extra on it if I can make that money up in the next month or two, except for the vacation side of things. But having the rechargeable might be a good idea on the vacation too. Because don't forget, it's not really a vacation. I'm going to my dad's memorial, so but yeah, I will be out for a week. I will let you over a week. I'll be gone from work for 7 days. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I thought I had it right. Okay. So there will be a Sunday that the most the most I can do would be to get on my phone and make a video and upload it for you. Um, you know, just because I can't get below 3 um, uploads, 3 videos, whatever. I can't remember. Anyway, I think it's 3 a month. You cannot get below. And if I cancel, then I've only got 3 for the month. I'm trying to work on that, but that's that side of things. Okay, so the CSET program side of things. Um, I applied for a job. It is a state job, but I don't know that it has any benefits. Um, and it utilizes my time as a receptionist and a greeter and working for the CSEP program, bringing on other participants. My bruises from my medical torture are finally starting to fade from last Wednesday. Well, I'm glad they're finally starting to fade. So anyway, I applied for this job, and I got an email on Friday inviting me to a virtual interview. And I kept telling everybody, I'm like, if I can just get an interview, I'll be happy. I was I was floating on Friday afternoon, just floating. And I had to send an email back telling the person what days and times would be the best for me. I know it's actually my boss that found it first and sent it to me. So I'm thrilled that I've been invited for an interview because it's basically doing the same thing I'm doing now, only it's getting people to volunteer. It's people that, well, really I can't put it that way, but it wouldn't they wouldn't be getting paid like they do in the program that I'm in right now, the CSEP program. And I'd be recruiting places for them for volunteers to go. So that in that respect, it's basically what I already do right now. Um, it's 15 hours. This is all, this was, I should say, all published out on the internet. I'm not telling you anything more than what I knew, what I know from what I read on the internet anyway. 15 hours a week, 1 year. Um, I'm not going to tell you how much the pay is, but it would be sometimes I get to work from home sometimes, and then other times I would have to go to the office, and other times I would have to go out and do things. And that's the part that I don't know how it's going to work. But anyway, um, hi, cool gamer. Thank you for being here. So I'm excited. I've got an interview. I should find out on Monday what day and time my interview gets scheduled for, of the ones that I picked out. I tell people where to go for free. Oh, Lynette. So, yeah, I can't get started on the next tank top that I want to do that's in cotton. Um, it's cool enough in here, I probably could work on my blanket for a little bit. But as soon as that acrylic sits in my lap and against me, I'm going to get too warm. Oh, I guess we'll just go with this one. So yeah, things are good. I had two things on Friday. Oh, that's right. I remember the other one. I can't tell you about that. Where am I? There I am, right there. I see it. Ugh. So anyway, I'm trying to figure out. I'm gonna because all my J hooks are missing. I'm going to pick up something, a set of something. I was thinking the lighted ones would be fun, and it'd be nice to have for the darker fabrics, and for that matter, when I'm on the bus during the winter, they don't turn the lights on, so I only have the little bit of fading light in the evening in the winter. So it might, that's a use for it too. I might just carry it with me. Hi, Venus. No, you can't get up right now. I think this is the last. She says, yes, I can. Watch me. I failed another eye test last Friday. I think that's given. Never mind. I'm not, don't want to be mean. I was going to say in your situation. Anyway, I don't want to come off as mean. Okay, Sue, you got to tell them. The last thing anyone with limited sight wants is to be told they're getting worse. Yep. That's true. And that's why I was like, I don't want to come off as mean because I know, I mean, my eyes have been getting worse. I'm nowhere near Sue's situation, but my eyes have been getting worse almost every single year of my life that I've been since I was 11, 10. So, okay, how did I do that over here? That's what I thought. Okay. So, yep. There you got it, Laura. You remembered how to do it. Yay. I've been regularly failing eye tests all my life, so it's nothing new. See? I I knew that's pretty much what she was gonna say. But still, nobody wants to know that their eyesight, which is already, they don't want to know that it's getting worse. Although I think we all know anyhow. I can tell because I can't see through my glasses. And when my glasses stop working and I can't see things because they're starting to just get too dang fuzzy, I know my eyes are getting worse. And I know I managed to keep my eyesight. So you need to work on your echolocating skills. That's a good one. Basically, my field of vision is shrinking. Losing peripheral vision is my only eye I see with. Yep. Oh, what am I doing? That's not a double crochet. I'm still in the single crochet part. I was right. I'm glad I didn't pick up the blanket made of acrylic because I'm starting to sweat already. And this thing isn't heavy. Basically, oh yeah, I already read that. I already read that one. So I'm debating, thinking, looking. Like I have a little extra money right now. I can go ahead and get that. Oh, Sue, that's so terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. What? I think this is the eighth time doing the decrease, but I'm gonna have to go and count it. I think that was the eighth time doing the decrease. Because I remember it tells me to do it 7 more times. So just so excited about that interview. I don't know if I'm gonna answer any the questions right, but whoops. I have the wrong stitch there. My Bill, honey's brother, okay, your brother-in-law, sent me a wad for my birthday. So I'm putting it into my yard. So they've added another eye drop to see if that helps slow down the progression. Yeah, I am glad treatment is still an option, Sue. A wad? I don't remember how to do that. Oh, so I still do the two. Okay. 1, 2. I think she meant a wad of cash. So I'm putting it in my, okay. Okay, I have to go into that stitch, right? Yeah, I do. Give me a second. I can't see this thing. That stitch is so bloomin' teeny. That's the one I need to go into, isn't it? Okay. I got it. I did. Sorry, I had my hands full at that moment. Lucky me goes to ophthalmologist now every 3 months instead of once a year. Oh man, ophthalmologist. I think I go see my ophthalmologist once a year, and I see my optometrist at at maximum once a year, at minimum every 2 years. Okay, I got to the end. This is the front. Yeah, that's the front, or the right side anyway. And these two, where the decreases are, that's supposed to be on either side of my hips. I mean, on either hip. My hips are further apart than that. We'll see. I don't know how it's going to work or fit. Been way longer than a year since I went to the eye doctor. I was supposed to get another dilated eye exam, but luckily my eyes are pretty stable. I have to do dilated every year, so they can check the inside for the diabetic plaques, the blood plaques that build up when the blood vessels pop in your eyeballs. Well, that's where they come from. When your sugar's too high and your A1C is too high. My A1C came down. I don't know if I told you guys that last week. My A1C came down 0.1, but it came down 6.1. Yes, I'm coming down again. Well, I didn't mean to move up to 6.2 in the first place, but yay, I'm dropping again. so happy. And that's that area of my life. Should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Well, I was looking at it. I was looking on Amazon to see what I could find in the way of some more. I think I'll probably order a couple more J hooks. And then I'm thinking about getting the lighted set, as long as it is rechargeable. Suzanne, my eyes are on a stable decline. My doctor wouldn't do another A1C, but my old one was great. Diabetes runs in my family. Yeah, me too. Let's see. I don't remember. Wow. Guess I need to look at the family book because I don't remember. I think both of my dad's parents only had one sibling, but I can't remember for sure. But anyway, I didn't get any sewing done like I wanted to. I was too tired all week. Thursday morning, I had big gray circles under my eyes. Ouch. Mom's A1C has held at 4 for years, ever since she moved in with me. That's awesome. You're obviously doing something right, how you feed her. My doctor told me I had to get down to 5.4 before she'd take me off the metformin. I told her, look, at the last appointment, I said, look, I want to get off the metformin. I said, is there something else you can put me on? She says, let me see what your A1C is. Well, then the nurse called me to tell me everything was fine and what my A1C was and all that, and she says, she says she's just going to leave everything the way it is. And I'm like, so I will renew. I will get another prescription. I'll call in and ask for another one and have them, they'll send it to her and she'll send it back to them. Um, but that doesn't mean I have to take one every day. If my blood sugars are good and my A1C keeps coming down, I don't have to take one every day. As long as my blood sugars are okay. She has had several strokes due to her diabetes before coming here. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, that means you're doing an amazing job for her. Oh, excuse me. Oh, darn it. Is that the first one or is that the second or third one by now? Uh, well, yeah, I don't even want to go into that anymore. Anyway, um, I don't remember what I was thinking. Diet is so important, especially for type 2 diabetes. That's right, it is. Yep. And you have to make sure there is enough vegetables to go along with the carbohydrates. The reason I have 3 heaping spoons of sugar in my coffee is to maintain my sweetness. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And you're welcome to your coffee because I'm allergic to coffee. Anyway, I've got a couple of videos I need to make. One of them I just have to put together. So that edit, I have to put it together and edit it and everything. So hoping to get to that. But my weekend time is all taken up with it's it just stinks, you guys. It absolutely stinks. And I get so frustrated with not being able to drive anymore. And I was explaining to my friend, you might want to bump that to 3 to 4, Sue. I was telling my friend, it's so frustrating because if I go shopping, I have to have them pick me up from home, drop me off wherever I'm shopping, pick me up from shopping, bring me back home so I can bring my stuff up my groceries up, put them away, and then pick me up at another time and take me to another place. I can't do more than 2 in a day. When I walk on my own 2 feet and walk around, I can't do more than 1 in a day. I used to be able to hit the bank and go to the grocery store, not the big box store, and then come home, and that was fine because the bank's on the way to the grocery store, and then just walk back with my groceries. When I walk around, all of the other stuff is over the inexpensive stores, the inexpensive store, the dollar store, but I'm not telling you its actual name, okay? Is over there. Um, there's another grocery store over there. There's the big box store. There's a couple other things further down. But I had to explain to my friend, if I get on the bus with my groceries and have them take me somewhere else, my groceries have to go off the bus with me wherever I'm going next. Nope, Lynette, I'm just keeping my sweet personality just the way it is. So, it's like I can't hit 2 or 3 stores because then I have too much groceries, too much stuff that I bought. It's so frustrating to have to plan this out like this. So I was thinking about it today, and I'm like, this afternoon, and I was like, you know what? I'm trading my energy, right? My energy to take these walks rather than paying 360 one way, which is 720 for 2 rides. But I'm using up my energy instead of paying the 760. That is the way we love you, Sue. Amen. Okay. So I started thinking, well, if I'm looking at paying 760 twice a day just to hit 2 stores, well, I could have 1 or 2 of those stores deliver my purchases, because that's $10, at least for one of them anyway. I'm not sure about the other one. And that in itself would make it easier on me to give me more energy over the weekend, more free time over the weekend, because my little bus does not run on Sundays, right? And I can't have groceries delivered on, oh, I can't remember. I know one place will deliver them only during the week, and the other one I think delivers on the weekends, but I'm not sure. But yeah, that's exactly what I'm getting to. I'm like, this is getting ridiculous. You have most of yours delivered, and I know Sue does. Lynette has most of her stuff delivered. Yeah, it's getting ridiculous. I am worn out from my weekend, and I have to go into my week I have a very, very, very busy week this week. Plus, I now have an interview, which I don't know when. I end up mail ordering shelf stable stuff quite a bit, so it comes straight to me. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I've done that a couple times with a couple of making sure I could get a couple of my things. But yeah, that's part of it. Yeah. Um, but I've got to have my fresh vegetables every week. I know exactly how much I need, and my fresh fruit. I haven't had dates. I ran out of dates during the week. I'm the only one in my neighborhood without a car. Yep. I know I'm not the only one in my building without a car, but I'm just like, man, I wish, wish I'd had the money to get hand controls put in my car. I don't know how long that would have lasted though, because I know my hands are going. They're not as numb as my feet though. So I mean, I would have been able to drive for what, 3 years, 4, 5 more years. Target is good about mail ordering, $35 minimum order. Walmart refuses to mail a lot of things. Yeah, I know it. Yep. But that's what I'm looking at because this is just getting ridiculous. I cannot keep using up my energy like this and going into the work week exhausted already. You know, I was exhausted on Thursday, and then I couldn't sleep. When was it? Friday that I kept waking up? Friday night? Yeah, it was Friday night. I woke up like 3 times. I think my brain was freaking out because it was afraid I was going to miss getting up on time to go to the bank because they're only open from 9 to noon, 8 to noon, 8 to noon. I think it's 8 to noon. Uh, so I didn't get very good sleep on Friday night, and then I had that 3 hour nap yesterday afternoon. Really messed me up. I didn't go to bed until 2 o'clock last night. Now the walk today, I'm exhausted. Guess what I'm doing when we get done here? I'm going to go wash that pan, make some food because I need something to eat for lunch tomorrow, and eat some of it because I haven't had dinner yet. I have a car, but I don't feel comfortably safe. Walmart and Amazon to the rescue. Exactly. I buy a lot from Amazon already anyway. Um, and then I'm also a member of Azure, Azure. Um, I can't remember the rest of the name of it, but it's Azure Co-op, I think, out of Oregon. Misfits Market is not cheap, but they mail fruits and vegetables. I've been thinking about that one. They might deliver in cities, but it's FedEx here. Yeah, I understand. Well, back in the day, I used to have a motorcycle license. I didn't. I rode a moped and I just used my regular driver's license because it was one of those things you did not have to have a motorcycle license as your standard. That's it. They don't have it out there for you. You can actually order some stuff to be sent UPS or FedEx, whichever, right? But you just can't order the fresh fruits and vegetables, and there's some other stuff. It's mostly dry and canned and that kind of thing. But I order from them and then have it delivered. I just order it sent through the mail or sent through the UPS, whichever. I don't remember how they do it. Yeah. Well, I can't get to my drop. I can't think of I remember drop. That's all I remember. I can't get to the closest drop. I can't get there. And I don't even know where it is anymore. They've changed it so many times. And the person that was the head of our group, uh, she isn't anymore. So I'm just like, yeah, I'll order the stuff that I know they can just ship it to me. But they do just ship too. So it's just an idea. But you're right. You're all right. There's Misfits Market. There's God, there's another one I was looking into too. Or oh, I used to be a part of Thrive Market. I used to be a part of that one. Of course, they have a yearly subscription, and I had to get. I was told in no uncertain terms before I moved out that I had to cancel those accounts. Hi, Janice. Thank you for being here. Glad there wasn't a road test for a motorcycle license test. Oh, yeah, that's true, huh? That's true. They didn't usually take you out on the road for that. Yep. They had you just, that's right. Yep, you're right. Yep. So, but yeah, there's a lot of options, and I'm finally to the. Do you have a referral code, Laura, for Azure Standard? Thrive has monthly membership now. Yeah, they do. I know. I was paying the monthly membership for Thrive. Oh, monthly. Oh, that's they started that right about the time I had to had to cancel my yeah. A referral code. I will get back to you on that, Suzanne. I know I have your email. Sue, they do road test for motorcycles here. I'll get back to you on that, Suzanne, because even though I would be able to get it on my phone, I don't remember, but I will find that for you. Don't let me forget. Ha ha. I don't think I even have a pen over here. Well, there's a pencil. That'll work. Referral code as your referral. Referral. I've almost joined Misfits more than once, but thank you. I would love to have a referral. RAL code. There we go. For Suzanne. Yeah, I would love to have a referral code. I've almost joined so many times. I filled my actually I think I have an account. I'll have to go look, but yeah, I would love to have one in case I have to start all over because it's been more than 3 years since I was playing with it and about to, I wanted to order, but I knew I couldn't. Okay, I don't know why is is that the front side? Or is this the front side? Oh man, I can't even tell. Okay, there's that one and that one, and there's that one and that one. Um, Man, I'm kind of confusing myself here. So where is that one? Okay, this is the right side, the front side, and that's the back side. Okay, I thought so. Uh, just the written test, which I passed the first try, whereas my ex failed his and he drives a car. Yeah, isn't that funny how that works? I had a little, oh my gosh, I think it was a Honda. I had a Honda, I think it was a Honda moped. That one actually isn't bad. 16.19, $16.19 for a light up plug-in. Oh, there's one for 1997, different brand. Votris light up crochet hooks, Yarnus lighted crochet hooks, Yarnus. Oh, this one is all batteries. Every single one of them has its own handle, and they take batteries, and it's beautiful. But I was like, no. Lee Woo. Okay, that one's plug-in. Oh, lots of sizes. Oh, wow. $33. Lots of different pieces. Some of these other ones don't have that many. Now that I look at it, that one's got a lot. This one doesn't have many. It doesn't have some of the bigger pieces. So yeah, definitely have to look a little closer to those before I make the decision to order. Oh, my arm hurts. Right there. I drove a Harley motorbike. That's awesome. Oh, excuse me. Mm, oh, that hurts. Right there on the bone, too. Bones I never used to be able to see, let alone feel like that. At the ridge on either side of it. Well, everybody, thank you for being here. I so appreciate it. It's great to see everybody. Makes me feel good. Makes me feel good. Um, so I'm gonna get off and I'm falling asleep. I don't know if you can see it, but I can tell. My husband's had a 92 FLT. I have it. Oh, I gave it to his daughter. Yep. Wow, awesome. I am too chicken. I wouldn't want a Harley. A trike, maybe. They will be an investment. Yes, they will be definitely. I've considered a trike myself, but I was thinking of a motorized bicycle, not a Harley trike when I was thinking about it. But a motorized trike, because then I could ride around instead of having to walk. But then the problem is I'd have to lock it up somewhere outside and won't. Oops, big box store. Oh, shut it. Anyway, I'm going to go, everybody. Thank you for being here. I truly appreciate it. And if you're watching on replay, I appreciate that as well. And don't forget the thumbs up. Whoever watches it, please, please, please. I still need those. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Goodbye. I kept his e-bike. Good for you. Storage is an issue for sure. Yeah, that too. And that too. Exactly. All right. Bye-bye.